Hey everyone, welcome to Micro Adventures. I'm Ellie, and welcome to your 45-ish minutes of yoga flow. The plan today is to get into our hips and our hamstrings a bit and really just to reconnect with ourselves. So thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me that you're carving out this time and space for yourself and sweetness. Thought she might just lay here nicely the whole time, but she's got other plans. So maybe we'll see her back in the practice a little bit later. Let's go ahead and get yourselves nice and cozy, get your diffusers, your incense going, your candles lit. And if you're using the playlist that goes along with this class, you can go ahead and just hit play on that now. And it will be silent at the beginning. Just double check you've got the volume set where you want it and that you're not on shuffle. And we will begin our practice on our backs in a constructive rest. So go ahead and lie on down on your back. We'll plant the soles of the feet flat on the mat. We'll allow the knees to knock together in the center. And then one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Close down the eyes or soften your gaze. And just start to allow this blurring of the edges of the space around your mat. And this drifting of your focus inward. Okay, allowing your body to soften into the shape, to soften into the space. And just kind of beginning to detach from everything that is external. Right, creating some space between you and the thoughts and the mind. Creating some space between you and everything that surrounds you. And bringing some awareness to your breath. Okay, without trying to change anything. Just taking a deep breath in through your nose. And a full breath out through the nose. And just feeling that breath. And noticing how when we're able to shift our awareness and our attention to our breath, right? Everything on the outside, everything externally seems to drift just a little bit further away. And we begin shifting that focus inward a bit more. Right? Because this practice isn't about changing who you are. Right? This practice is about coming home to yourself. Right? About peeling away all that you are not so that you can fully show up in the world and on your mat as your most vibrant, whole, worthy self. Let's go ahead and take your arms out wide. So either palms up towards the sky or you can cactus the arms, but take those arms out wide. Let's go ahead and separate the knees as well. Walk your feet out a little bit wider than your hips. And we're just gonna start to windshield wiper the knees. So allow both knees to spill off to the right and just pause there for a moment. Maybe press that left knee down towards the mat, the left hip up towards the sky. And then we'll draw those knees up through center and slowly over to the left, right? And pause again. Press the right knee down towards the center of the mat, maybe the right hip lifting towards the sky. And then we'll just windshield wiper the legs side to side, right? And just lingering any place that feels good. And if right away you're craving some kind of different shape, permission to take that. And once you feel relatively even on both sides, we'll go ahead and plant the soles of the feet back on the mat. Walk your feet in hip distance apart. We'll slide the hands down beside the hips, palms pressing in towards your mat space. Walk the heels in towards the glutes, reach your fingertips down towards your heels. And on an inhale, we'll find bridge pose. So drive down through the heels, lift the hips, lift your heart space up towards your chin. right? Finding this opening across the front of the chest. Option to interlace the fingertips below you and then walk the shoulders underneath you, really pushing the heart space open towards the sky, right? And find yourself in this shape, taking a deep breath in and a full grounding breath out. One more time, breathe in, lift your heart to meet your chin. Breath out, stay. Let's go ahead, release the fingertips. Palms plant on the mat beside you. And from here, shift your energy down into your left heel. We'll extend the right heel straight up in the sky. So finding the single leg bridge. Breathe in, lift the hips nice and high. And as you exhale, we'll cross right ankle over the left knee, lower the hips down, finding a supine figure four. So right hand to the inside of the right hip, pressing the right knee forward. Keep flexing your right foot. And then if you're still seeking a bit more sensation, option to draw the left knee in towards the chest. Right, you can use your right elbow to keep pressing the right thigh out wide. And just take a nice breath in here. And a full breath out. Let's go ahead, gently lower left heel down to the mat. Plant the sole of the right foot as well. Hands back down beside the hips. On a breath in, lift the hips up, find your bridge pose, and just pause. Right, so we kind of have some expectation, some idea of what's coming on this side, but trying not to rush this process, right? There's so much of our lives where we're rushing through something to get somewhere else. And when we arrive somewhere else, we're kind of rushing there to get to the next thing. And how often do we actually enjoy the space that we've shown up in, right? We've done so much to arrive in this bridge already. And are we going to rush through this? Are we going to pause and feel that heat collecting on the back sides of the legs and feel your heart space lifting and opening? Shift your energy down through the right heel. Left leg extends straight up in the air. Find your single leg bridge. Now flex your left foot, push your left heel up towards the sky. Take a big deep breath in. And then breath out, left ankle over the right knee. Lower down through the hips. Find your supine figure four. So keep the foot flexed, left hand to the left thigh, pressing that knee forward. Right, and then if it feels good, you can hug the shape in towards your chest, deepening the stretch. Right, but notice that what felt good on one side might not necessarily be the case on the other side, and that's okay. Right, we're letting go of this need to judge and criticize and nitpick ourselves. Right, we're not seeking perfection on our mats. We're seeking awareness. Right, we're being mindful and we're just paying attention to what's going on inside today. Let's release the foot, uncross the legs, and we'll set up for a happy baby. So hands are going to reach inside the knees for the outer edges of the feet. You can kind of press your forearms into the insides of the knees. You're going to draw the knees towards the armpits, heels up towards the sky. If it feels good to rock side to side, great. Right, maybe it feels good to kick out one leg and then the other. Maybe stillness is what's calling to you. And I want you to start tapping into your intuition, your inner voice, and what your body needs today. Can you relax through the head, neck, and shoulders? Can you soften your jaw? We're here one more round of breath. We'll go ahead and draw the knees in towards your chest. Give them a nice little hug. Thank your legs for carrying you around every day. What a miraculous thing that is. We'll rock right to left. And then we'll start to rock forward and back along the length of our mat, eventually rocking all the way up to a seat. From here, we'll plant the soles of the feet on the mat in front of you. Hands behind the thighs to start. Lift through the heart space. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, start to hinge back till you feel your core start to fire up a bit. Option to stay where you are. Option to float the arms. Option to kind of lift through one leg at a time. Option to float both legs up. And if you take that option to float both feet off the mat, flex or point the toes, squeeze the inner thighs together. Keep the lift through the heart space really strong here through the core. Now, option to stay just as you are. Or take a big breath in, low boat on your breath out. So lower back comes to the mat, legs extend forward, chest stays lifted. Breathe in, lift through the chest, draw the knees in. Breath out, finding that low boat again. Big inhale, lift everything up and in. One more time, let's find that low boat, drop it low. And then inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower the feet down. Let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. We're gonna find a butterfly pose. So interlace the fingertips around the edges of the toes. Draw the heels in towards you. Right, maybe flutter those knees a little bit, flap those butterfly wings. And if it feels good, draw the heart space down towards the toes. So finding a little hinging at your hips here. Right, and I'm not sure if you're picking up on the sound, but it's a little bit of construction work going on across the creek behind our house on the other side, which fair enough, we've been doing our own share of construction work here. So if you're hearing little noises here and there, right, let that be a part of your practice today. From here, let's go ahead, draw the knees together. We'll swing the legs back behind us and we're gonna find tabletop. So plant the hands beneath the shoulders, knees hip-width apart, and we'll find a cow pose on your next breath in. So lift the tailbone, drop the belly, roll the heart forward. And then cat, rounding through the spine, eyes to thighs. Big breath in, finding cow pose. Full breath out, rounding through the spine for cat. Keep going and just start adding on anything that feels good. So maybe a sway of the hips side to side. Right, maybe some barrel rolls. Right, again, intuitively, this chance to sort of check in with your body and what it needs. Maybe child's pose is calling to you. Right, but trying to listen to that inner voice, that intuition that never steers you wrong. And often is this thing that we sort of ignore entirely because maybe it's not quite analytical or rational or tangible enough. Right? But when has your intuition ever steered you wrong? Let's take one more round of breath to just sort of explore these shapes, explore what's happening in your body. And then we'll meet up in our tabletop. As you're ready, tuck your toes. Take a breath in, knees hover off the mat. And I want you to lengthen through the spine. So crown of the head forward, tailbone back, wrap your abs in and around you. Continue to breathe here. Push down through all 10 pads of your fingertips. So light gripping of the fingers into the mat. Take one more big breath in. Downward dog, hips high, full breath out. Right, and then do whatever feels good here. So you can pedal out through the feet. You could take some twists. Right, whatever is kind of calling to you in this shape. But we're finding a little bit of movement to help us settle into stillness. Right, so when we start to make our way into that stillness, downward dog, push down into the palms, shoulders slide away from the ears, right? Release your head, neck, and think about lifting your tailbone to where the wall and the ceiling meet behind you. Heels soften down towards your mat. Inhale here, high on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet forward to meet your hands, ragdoll forward fold. So feet wider than the hips, big bend in the knees, hands to opposite elbows. We'll just sway it out side to side. Right, let go of the weight of your head, let go of the weight of your week, your day, your month, your year. Just let it all drift right on off the crown of your head. Let it spill down to the floor, let it go, shake it off. One more breath in. One more full breath out. Release the fingertips towards the mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. So hands to shins or thighs, lengthen through the spine, slide the shoulders away from the ears. Big inhale. Bigger fold, exhale. Inhale, rise, mountain pose. Root down through the heels, circle sweep, arms to sky. Palms reach all the way up overhead. Good, exhale, we'll bring the hands to heart center. Big breath in, circle sweep, arms up, mountain. Dive it down, forward fold, full breath out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your palms, step it back, high plank, breath out. Breathe in, shift forward on your toes. Breath out, lower halfway down to the mat, elbows right beside the ribs. Inhale, flip to the tops of the feet, thighs are lifted, push down into the palms, lift through the heart space. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hips high, downward facing dog. Full breath out. High on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, forward fold, top of the mat, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Deepen your fold, breath out. Rise, mountain pose, inhale. Hands to your heart space, exhale. Breathe in, circle sweep, arms up, mountain. Dive it down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant palms, step it back, high plank, breath out. Shift forward on the toes, breath in. Halfway to the mat, breath out. Upward facing dog, heart lifts, big inhale. Downward facing dog, hips high, full breath out. Inhale, high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, feet to hands, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breath out, high. Inhale, mountain pose, circle sweep, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands home to heart. Inhale, circle sweep, arms up, mountain. Exhale, cactus the arms this time, lift through the heart space, and then interlace fingertips behind low back. Drive your knuckles down towards the floor. Big breath in, heart space lifts. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bend the knees a lot, find your forward fold with a bind. So the bind of your hands is drawing forward here. Bend the knees a lot. Specifically, let's bend that left knee a lot, and let's peek up over the right shoulder. Good, come back through center, bend the right knee a lot. Let's peek up over the left shoulder. And then we'll come back through center. Inhale here. Exhale, release your hands to your hips. Hands trace the backs of the thighs all the way down the legs towards the mat. Halfway lift is a big inhale. Exhale, fold peace fingers to big toes. So take your two peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes, thumbs wrap around the other side, and then we're going to pull on the toes. So draw the crown of your head down towards the mat, right? And legs don't need to be straight here. So as big of a bend in the knees as you need. Good, draw the crown of your head down towards the mat. One more big breath in. One more full breath out. Release the toes. Halfway lift, big inhale. Plant the palms, step the right foot back, low lunge, exhale. Now check in, we want our left knee over the left heel. You're grounded through the left foot. You can tent your fingertips here. Cow lunge, we're gonna breathe in, dip the hips, roll the heart space forward. Good. You can kind of bounce around in that hip crease a little bit, let it feel good. And then cat lunges and exhale, two straighter legs, fold over your left thigh. Push down into big toe mound of the left foot. Wrap outer left hip towards the back of your mat. Cow lunge, breathe in, dip the hips, lift the heart. Cat lunge, big breath out. And then high crescent lunge this time. So bend into the left knee, arms sweep up towards the sky. First balancing pose here. So square your hips and shoulders forward, strong through your back leg. Deep bend into the front knee. If you're feeling any stickiness in your low back, put a bigger bend into the right knee, that will help. Let's go ahead and lengthen up through the waistline by reaching your pinky fingers towards the sky. Big breath in. Lean and fly breath out. So heart space forward, sweep the arms back. Palms face the floor, hug your pinkies in towards one another, light up the back sides of your arms. Inhale, we'll take high crescent lunge one more time. Arms reach up. And then exhale, hands plant inside your left foot. We'll find runner's lunge. So press the left arm into your left leg, the leg back into the arm, push back through your right heel, send your heart space forward. And then lower your back knee to the mat, untuck your toes. Left hand to the inside of the left thigh. You can kind of roll to the outer edge of the foot. Our little puppy friend Sweetness made her way back to the mat. Let's see if she'll hang out for a while. She kind of likes to just lay on this mat and like bake herself in the sun. Option here, if you'd like, cat grabs its tail. You can just circle sweep left arm up and back. You'll bend the right knee and just capture the right foot, hugging it in towards you. So big opening in the front of your right hip. Big opening here in the left as well. We'll stay here one more round of breath. Good, release the foot if you have it. Both hands plant inside the left foot. Left foot plants, right toes tuck, right knee lifts. Take an inhale here. Malasana squat, you're gonna step your right foot outside your right hand. Sit the hips low. Elbows come to the insides of the knees, right? So you might do this one with a block. You could sit on a block or like a stack of books here. You can also work this move quite a bit higher. But heels in, toes out, press into the knees, finding this opening through the hips. We'll take an inhale here. Forward fold, exhale. Toe heel those feet in so they're underneath your hips. Chair pose is your next breath in. So sink the hips back, sweep the arms forward. Right, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Knit the low ribs together. And press down through the outer edges of the feet. So really turn on the legs, get them active. Good, have some sense of where your hips are in space. Inhale here. Exhale, peel the right arm back, left arm forward, big open arm twist. Maybe you sit the hips a little lower, and then just make sure that left knee isn't drifting forward, right? So try to keep those knees level with one another. Inhale, we'll come back through chair. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Find that open arm twist. Follow your hand with the gaze. Really press both hips evenly towards the back of the mat. Chair pose, inhale, arms up. Lean and fly, breath out, heart space forward. Fly the arms back, strong through the core, strong through the triceps. Rise, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Big breath in, lift your heart to meet your thumbs. Full breath out all the way down through your heels. Inhale, sweep the arms up, mountain. Exhale, bow it down, forward fold. Halfway lift, big breath in. Hands plant, step your left foot back, low lunge, breath out. 10th of fingertips, ground the right foot. Cow lunge, two bent knees, dip your hips, lift your heart. Right, you can kind of bounce around in that hip a little bit. Sort of find the spot where it feels really good. We'll stay here, one more big breath in. Cat lunge, two straighter legs. So fold over the right thigh, release the weight of your head, allow your left heel to drop towards the mat. Inhale, cow lunge, bend the knees, dip the hips, roll the heart forward. Cat lunge, big breath up, two straighter legs. High crescent lunge, rise all the way up. So strong through the core, find your balance. So both hip creases squaring forward. If you're feeling any tension in the lower back, bigger bend in the back knee here, right? Big stretch in the left hip crease again. Soften your shoulders away from the ears. And then take the outer edges of your arms, spiral them in. So your pinkies are almost spiraling in towards your face as well. Inhale, reach up through the pinky fingers, lengthen through the waistline. Exhale, lean and fly. So crown of the head forward, sweep the arms back. Good. Inhale, slow and steady, high crescent lunge. Runner's lunge on the breath out. Hands plant inside the right foot. And then pause here. Press the right arm into the right leg, the leg back into the arm. Send your collarbones forward and your left heel back. Really strong in your runner's lunge. Take a breath in. Left knee to the mat, breath out. Okay, option to bring right hand to the inside of the right thigh and kind of roll to the outer edge of the foot. Right, and find some place where the stretch is really working for you, where it really is doing it. Good, option to stay right here. Option for cat grabs its tail, circle sweep, reach back, capture the foot. Couple rounds of breath to stay here. Right, big opening in the front of the left hip crease. Good, it's really distracting when you have the cutest little panther ever right next to you on your mat. From here, let's go ahead, release the foot if you have it. Plant both hands inside the right foot, ground the right foot, back toes tuck, back knee lifts, inhale. Left foot steps outside left palm, Malasana squat, exhale. Hands to prayer, elbows to the insides of the knees, hips low, lengthen up through the crown of the head, big breath in. wide-legged fold, full breath out. Toe heel those feet in beneath the hips. Inhale, chair pose. Sit the hips low, sink the hips back, arms sweep all the way up overhead. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward, open arm twist. Breathe in, chair. Left arm back, right arm forward, open arm twist. Chair, breath in. Lean and fly, breath out. Option this time for drinking bird. So zip ankles, knees, thighs together. Heels lift high off the mat as you dip your beaks towards the top edge of the mat. It's like you're peering over the edge of a cliff. Keep squeezing ankles, knees, and thighs together. Invite in all those wobbles and shakes. One more, inhale. Lower the heels down, breath out. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, circle sweep, arms up. Baby back bend, cactus the arms, lift the heart. Full breath out, let it go. Inhale for mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, circle sweep, arms up, mountain pose. Exhale, dive it down, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen your spine. Hands plant, step it back, high plank, breath out. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, halfway to the mat. Inhale, heart space lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Three-legged dog, right heel lifts, inhale. Good. From here, bend your right knee, bring your heel in close to your glute, keep the heel really close to the glute, and then peel the right hip open, scorpion dog. Now as you do so, see if you can spiral the right rib cage back down towards the mat. Keep the weight even in both palms. Take a big breath in, opening through the right hip. And then exhale, knee to nose, step it through, low lunge. Cow lunge, dip the hips, lift the heart, breathe in. Cat lunge, full breath out. High crescent lunge, inhale, rise up. Lean and fly, breath out. And then inhale, high crescent lunge. Skandasana over the left leg. So think left side lunge. Right toes might peel up off the mat. This is a big stretch through the right inner thigh, right? You might be lifted a little bit higher. You might drop this down really low. It's really all about where this feels good in your body. From here, we're gonna take our gaze towards our right toes, looking towards the top of the mat. Let's stay here, big breath in. Full breath out. Standing splits top of the mat. So right foot plants, left heel kicks up, fold over your right thigh. Now press your left heel towards the back of the mat, strong left glute. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, twisted root. You're gonna step your left pinky toes beside your right pinky toes. So I'm standing here with my legs crossed. Good. From here, fold over the thigh. Option to crawl your hands over to the right if that feels good. Option to stay where you are. Hands come back through center. Inhale, standing splits, left heel kicks up. Good. Exhale, start to lower your right toes down towards the mat. And then inhale, we're coming all the way up to a standing left knee raise. Left foot is flexed, arms reach all the way up overhead. Figure four, left ankle over the right knee. Sit the hips back, hands to heart. Good, take a breath in. Exhale, maybe allow those hips to drop back just a little bit lower. Beautiful. Standing left knee raise is where we're going. Lift the left knee up. Open the left knee, warrior two. Big step back to the back of the mat. Gorgeous. From here, eye gaze settles right over the right fingertips. See if you can open the right knee towards the right pinky toe. And then inhale, high pyramid. Palms come together to touch all 10 toes to the side of the mat. Exhale, hinge at the hips, wide-legged fold. Good. From here, we're gonna go ahead and start to walk our hands to the right. We're gonna keep walking our hands around until we end up in this twisted shape with the legs. So keep walking to the right until your legs are crossed. From there, you're just gonna go ahead and bend the knees and have a seat. So it's like I'm sitting with my legs crossed, right knee over left. Good. Inhale, we'll stretch the arms up. Exhale, plant your right palm, left arm up and over. Inhale, we'll come up through center. Exhale, a little side body stretch to the other side. Breathe in, come up through center. Breath out. Let's see if we can bring the hands to the mat in front of us, and maybe just lower your heart space towards your knees. Okay, and this can be a pretty intense shape, so any modification, any version that suits you is good with me. From here, we're gonna walk our hands over to the right. We're gonna kind of unwind the legs here. We'll make our way into a low lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. Inhale, halfway lift, step left foot to meet right, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, big fold. Breathe in, circle sweep, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, circle sweep, arms all the way up. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold. Halfway lift, big breath in. Hands plant, step it back, high plank, breath out. Shift forward on the toes, inhale. Halfway to the mat, exhale. Upward facing, heart lifts, breathe in. Downward facing, hips high, breath out. Inhale, left heel high, three-legged dog. So foot is flexed here. Bend your knee and bring your heel in towards your glute. And then peel your left hip open. Oh my gosh, there's a bug crawling on my toes. Okay, scorpion dog, left heel open. Sorry about that. Life is full of distractions today. It always is. Big inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, low lunge. Tent the fingertips, cow lunge, breathe in, dip the hips, lift the heart. Cat lunge, full breath out. High crescent lunge, rise up. Lean and fly, breath out. High crescent lunge, rise. Skandasana, back of the mat, breath out. So that side lunge, that inner thigh stretch, take it down as far as it feels comfortable. Maybe hands are on the mat, maybe hands at heart center. Right, I find that we're often waiting for everything to be perfect to do something we really want to do. But the truth is there's always distractions. And there's never gonna be a perfect time, right? So what are we waiting for? Look towards your left toes. Standing splits, top of the mat, breath in, right heel kicks up to the sky, fold over the left thigh, press back through the right heel. Take another breath in here. Twisted root, right pinky toes to left pinky toes, breath out. Good, if it feels good, walk your hands over to the left, right? Deep stretch up the outer lining of that right leg. Hands walk back through center. Standing splits, right heel lifts. And then exhale as you start to lower the right foot down towards the mat. Maybe you tap the toes or you keep it floating. We're going standing right knee raise, big breath in. So right knee in front of right hip, right foot is flexed, arms to the sky. Figure four, right ankle over the left knee, hands to heart, sit the hips low. Good, big breath in. Exhale, maybe you sink the hips back a little bit further. Again, breathe in. Full breath out. You're doing amazing. You're doing great here. Standing right knee raise. If you're wobbly, if you're shaky, no big deal. Big breath in. Warrior two. Open that right hip up and step all the way back. Arms parallel to the floor. Deep bend into the left knee. Take your eye gaze right over your left fingertips. Press down through the knife edge of your back foot. Inhale, it's high pyramid. So all 10 toes to the side of your mat. Reach up, look up, palms come together to touch. Wide-legged fold, big breath out. And this time, we're gonna start walking our hands to the left, and then we're gonna start turning our toes to the left. And then we're gonna find ourselves with our legs crossed. And then we're just gonna go ahead and bend the knees, sit the glutes down, okay, and take a look at our cute little dogs or whatever little pet friends you have near you. So right knee stacked on top of your left knee here. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lower one arm down, reach up and over. Either side, doesn't matter. Breathe in as you come up through center. Exhale, up and over to the other side. And then come back up through center. Big breath in. Hands plant on the mat, full breath out. And then maybe just lower down through the head, neck, and shoulders. Find a little sense of release. right? You've been moving and flowing and working to get to this moment right here, right? And sometimes we get to where we're going and we just let it pass us by, or we're not even present because we're still thinking about what's next and where we're going and where we're headed, right? So can you be here for this breath in? Can you stay here with this breath out? Good. We'll start to unwind. So walking your hands towards the top of the mat, left foot will plant, right toes will tuck back behind you. You're in this low lunge here. Inhale, step the feet together to touch, halfway lift, breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Inhale, circle sweep, arms up, mountain pose. Last time, breath out, hands to heart. Breathe in, circle sweep, arms up. Forward fold, full breath out. Halfway lift, big inhale. Plant your palms, step it back, high plank, breath out. Option to move through a vinyasa or option to go straight to downward facing dog. So take what you need. Will one last final vinyasa feel really good, or are you ready to come into that downward dog? I can't answer that question for you. Breathe in, right heel sweeps high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. We're setting up for a half pigeon, right? So the version of this shape on your back would be that supine figure four we took earlier. So if this doesn't feel good in your body, know that you have options. Let's walk our hands in towards us, untuck the back toes. Go ahead and peel the heart space up. Find that stretch all the way up into the throat. Big breath in. Folding down, full breath out. Maybe allowing your forehead to come to your hands or to the mat. Maybe it feels good to walk your arms forward. But making space for yourself in this shape. Right? Allowing all that you are not to continue to just kind of fall away from you. Right? And you're not trying to change your breath, the shape. You're not here to change yourself. You are here to be more fully who you already are. Walk your hands back in underneath your shoulders. Back toes tuck, back knee lifts. Breathe in, right heel high, three-legged dog. You can bend the knee here and take a couple circles through the hip. Right, or if you'd like to take a little flip dog here, we'll just go ahead and drop the right toes behind us. Right arm will reach up and back overhead, big opening through the chest. And then we'll just make our way back to downward facing dog as you're ready. No rush whatsoever. Breathe in, left heel high, three-legged dog. And then exhale, left knee to left wrist. We'll set up for our half pigeon on the other side. So untucking the back toes. Right? Draw your left knee back, draw your right knee back. Walk your hands in towards you. Find this big stretch up towards the sky, upward salute. And then when it feels good, fold it on forward. And allow yourself to soften around the edges. Right? Soften around the physical edges of your body. Soften from your thoughts. One more round of breath. We'll walk the hands in towards us. Back toes tuck. Back leg lifts. We'll find that three-legged dog again. Left heel high. Maybe bend the knee, take some hip circles. Right? Or maybe take that flip dog. Left toes drop behind you. Chest lifts towards the sky. Left arm reaching up and back. And we'll make our way back into our downward facing dog. Big breath in. Lower knees to the mat, breath out, child's pose. Big toes touch, forehead to the mat. And just roll your forehead side to side once or twice. And then we'll start to walk the hands in towards us. We'll go ahead and press up onto our knees, and we'll start to make our way onto our backs here. We'll go ahead and gather the knees in towards the chest. Hey, sweetness. Come here. We'll lower onto our backs, hopefully. Lay down. Hey, lay down. Shh, 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 shh. Hey, shh, shh, shh. Down. Lay down. Down. No. Lay down. Lay down. Good. We'll maybe settle down our pets. Sorry, y'all. Knees in towards the chest. Right, maybe taking a little rock right to left, side to side. Lay down. 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 Good girl. And we'll start to set ourselves up for our final resting shape. Okay, this is real life, and sometimes things get distracting or they don't go perfectly, and that's okay. Right, so if there's any final shapes you need, right, taking those shapes, but starting to work our way into stillness, right, into our final Savasana. Spreading the arms and legs out long. Allowing yourself to fully settle into stillness. And I recognize for some of us, this is the most challenging part of the practice. Right, so if that's the case for you, just do your best to be still, to connect with your breath, right, and allow this practice, right, this practice of yoga to integrate fully into your body, fully into your soul, fully into who you are. Start to deepen our breath here. And let's start to gently wake up our bodies, wiggling fingertips, toes, rolling through the wrists and the ankles. And we'll start to gently make our way up to a comfortable seat. Right, so taking your time, there's no rush to get here. We have a nice calm panther on the mat. Right, so chances are I'm hoping your pets are about as well behaved as mine, right? They're not perfect. Let's go ahead and draw our hands together at heart center, but they are perfect, right? They just hands together at heart center. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for carving out this time for yourself. It really means the world to me. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. From my heart, I bring my hands to third eye center. And it's from the space above my crown from which we are all connected that I humbly bow. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Hopefully you've got little panthers on your mats as well. Give them hugs and kisses and lots of love because they deserve it. And I'll see you again real soon.